Hi everyone, it's that time of the week again. Let's practice together and get into the 10 out of 10 club. Get a piece of paper and a pencil and let Mrs G help you practice at home. This is week 23. Okay, before we start learning this week's rule, it's always good to make sure we kept last week's rule or previous rules in our minds. Okay, so last week we were doubling the last letter before we added ed when we heard a short vowel sound. One of the words we learned to spell was missed. How many times can you spot that word spelt correctly? Pause the video and check it out. Look very carefully. Remember the rules we were learning. Okay, think you found them all? There we go. M-I-S-S-E-D. Okay, oh dear, that one snuck in. We know that is not how we spell missed, isn't it? See, even Mrs G makes mistakes. I need to proofread what I'm checking out. M-I-S-S-E-D, missed. Well done. What about this one? We also learnt how to spell grabbed. Grabbed. And we can hear ah. So we have to double the last letter and add ed. How many times can you see that word spelt correctly? Think you've got it? I hope Mrs G's got it right this time. There we go. G-R-A-B-B-E-D, and I spelt it right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Well done. Okay, now as we're getting further into year 2, we're going to be learning some new grammar and word choices. We're going to be learning new vocabulary about tricky concepts, and I've also want you to watch the hidden homophones video that's going to be on YouTube this week as well for 20 dojos. These are a tricky type of words. We're going to be learning them in class. I'm going to be giving you a little quiz later this week, and anyone who beats me gets an extra 10 dojos. Okay, so this week we're going to learn something that can be a little bit tricky, because sometimes letters can trick us because they don't make the sound we expect them to. In some words, when you hear s before an E, I or Y, we use the letter C. This week we are going to be learning to spell words with the letter C making the S sound. This is known as soft C. So in the words circle, race, city and ice, you can hear the S sound, but it is actually the letter C. Now don't forget, some weeks are harder than others in spelling, and you can come back as many times as you need to practice. The only way that spelling gets stored in your memory is seeing the words as many times as you can. Okay, so city, city. Now I heard the S before an I, so it's the letter C. It. E. Look at the end sound, that's only one letter. What letter do we put at the end of words when we hear the E sound? Think about what you learnt in year 1. Think about what we've gone over in class. It, E. Think you've got it? C-I-T-Y. Well done, guys. Next one is ice. Ice. Split digraph, but you can also hear the kind of ice, which means it's a C, not an S. Okay, think you've got it? I-C-E. Well done. If you can spell ice, you can spell rice. R-I-S. You heard the I sound? Soft C. Gotta use a C. Soft C. Okay, rice. Think you've got it? R-I-C-E. Well done. If you can spell ice and rice, you should be able to spell mice. M-I-S. Soft C. Mice. Think you've got it? M-I-C-E. Well done. Now, this is a face. Split digraph. Face. Can you hear the when we say the end of face? That's why it's a C. Face. You think you've got it? F-A-C-E. Well done. If you can spell face, can you spell space? S-P-A-S. Soft C. Space. Think you've got it? There it is. S-P-A-C-E. Fantastic. What about circle? Circle. We've got 2 digraph lines in that word. Okay, so we've got to think about the sound and double trouble at the end of that word. Circle. Circle. Think you've got it? Oh, Mrs Gillette went back a page. Silly me. C-I-R-C-L-E. Circle. Okay. What about bicycle? B-I-C. Bicycle. 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 Have you seen that word before? Are you ready? bicycle. Well done. What about celery? celery. Digraph making the sound. Soft C, letter C. celery. Celery. There it is. celery. What about cinema? Soft C. Cinema. At the end, it's only one letter at the end of that word. Cinema. Think you've got it? cinema. Well done. Okay, so already time for reading the odd one out. This is going to be really important because it's okay that you can spell the words when I ask you to do them, but when you're writing as well, sometimes because you've got so much to think about when you're doing your lovely writing, you sometimes put the wrong spelling, and that's okay. We can proofread it, we can correct it. So, can you see the correct way to spell cinema? We've just seen it. Think about the rules that we're learning this week. Cinema. Think you've got it? cinema. Well spotted. What was the correct way to spell celery? Celery. So you should be looking at one that you know isn't right because that's not the rule that we're looking at this week. Okay? Think about how we make the E sound at the end of a word. Celery. Think you've got it? celery. Well done. What about circle? Circle. Which sound? I'll give you a little clue there. Circle. Think you've got it? circle. Well done. What about ice? Ice. Soft C. Think about the letter that we've been using all this video. That's it. ICE. Well done. What about rice? Which was the correct way to spell rice? Think you've spotted it? RICE. Well done. What about mice? See how you can use what you already know about other words to help you become a super speller. There it is. MICE. Well done. What about face? Face. Can you remember what that word looks like? There it is. FACE. Well done. What about space? Space. You can spell face, you can spell space. Well done. SPACE. Fantastic. What about bicycle? Might be the hardest one this week. Bicycle. Hopefully you can see the ones that look wrong. Okay, and that's my biggest clue with the trickiest words, my biggest tip. There it is. BICYCLE. Well done. What about city? City. If you're a football fan, I bet you think this word is super easy, don't you? There it is. CITY. Okay, so don't forget, when the letter C meets E, I or Y, it makes the S sound. We call this soft C. Leave me a like if you're aiming for 10 out of 10 club this week, and you'll be tuning in next time. Bye for now.